Today, I'm going to be talking about the one change in the flopper decks that no one ever really noticed. Now, it wasn't a big change, it didn't really do anything different in the flopper decks, but it just kind of went under the radar, and it was actually about the Midas flopper. Let's jump right into what it is. So, as we open up our fishing decks right here, we can see that we've got all of our fish. Standard, right? We've got our floppers at the front, then our shield fish, and so on. And the flopper decks actually ends with the Midas flopper. But what nobody noticed is that this description actually got changed, and I think it was recently-ish. Now, in recently, I mean like in a month or two ago, and I just didn't notice this for the longest time, and that's why I think it slipped under everyone's radar. It was a very minor change, but it is still something, and it may lead to new flopper decks expansions in the next season. Let me break it down why. Okay, so before I jump into why it will actually expand the flopper decks, I'm actually first going to cover what the change is. Now, if you look over here at the Midas flopper, you can obviously see that it's here. This is your personal best for catching it, but what got changed is the about section. Now, what it used to be is about it can be caught anywhere, and as you can see from this footage from the initial release date of the fish, you can see that it could literally be caught anywhere, and it said it didn't even need a pro fishing rod. But now it shows you that it will consume to give your weapons the golden touch, and it needs to be found near the authority, and it requires a pro fishing rod. Now, while this may not sound like a major change to some of you, and it really doesn't, it sounds like a really minor change, but there may be bigger impacts on it than just this small change. Let me break down why. So if Fortnite is still willing to go back into the flopper decks and look at things that aren't like 100% correct, because in reality, they could have just really left it as it is and no one would have really cared, but they decided to go back and actually change the text so that it told you can only catch it at the authority with a pro fishing rod. So this means that Fortnite still does care about the fishing decks, and it could mean that we get another extension of the fishing decks next season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think it's a totally possible theory. Now, that being said, I didn't think that this flopper decks would get expanded into the next season. That was my prediction at the beginning of the season. But now, looking at these changes that they made to the descriptors of the fish, I honestly think it still is possible. I mean, they obviously care about the flopper decks enough to change the descriptions, even though there's tons of tutorial guides out there. They obviously care about this part of the game. So that is my reasoning for why I think the fishing decks may get expanded, and this was the thing that flew under everyone's radar for a while. So I know it's a bit of a short video today, but I just wanted to tell you guys about this since I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a little bit of a lesser known fact, as I mean, obviously, as the title says. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like on it and subscribing to the channel, as that would help me out a ton. Remember, go subscribe to all my golden gummies. Their channels will be linked in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one.